How fast can I get the most expensive and rarest item on DonutSMP and Elytra? The rules for this challenge is all money must be made from sand. No handouts, no shortcuts, just pure grind for one of the most valuable items on the server. This is going to take a lot of time and effort, but let's get started. We're going to start by random TPing to somewhere inside the overworld. We're going to go to NA East just so I have the best ping. But we're going to look on auction house right now to see how much money we're actually going to have to make. And to make sure we're starting off correctly, we're going to throw all this on the ground as well. But if I look on auction house right now, currently the lowest Elytra is 357 million. That doesn't have Curse of Vanishing on it. So we're going to start by getting stone tools and then working on getting a place to get sand so we can start making money so we can get food and other items that are going to be necessary for this challenge. And we're gonna go try and find some sand so we can get some money going already so we can get food and start working on this very long challenge. We're gonna take this flower. It's gonna help us out trying to make stained glass later on because it's a 2 tall flower, so we're gonna take all of them that we can. It's gonna give us magenta dye, I believe. Yes, it will. So we're gonna make magenta stained glass at first, but first let's get some sand going, and we're gonna sell the sand in orders for now, just so we can get the starting money that we're gonna need for food and other items like a diamond shovel and a mending book, just so we don't break it. All right, now that we have made some progress, we now have a stack of sand, so we're going to go into orders and look up sand. I know I can sell it on the auction house, but I kind of want to just get this done faster, so we're going to go by most amount sold. And as you recently know, we want most money per item. So it looks like 122 is going to be the highest right here. So we're going to sell on this. So we got 8 grand. So if we do /shop, because we're going to need food, we're going to buy a complete stack of food right here. So now we can keep our hunger going and keep our health up. And we're just going to continue doing this. I'm probably going to try and RTP until I find a better spot for this. And I am also going to buy a stack of ender pearls just so we can go and find more spots. Alright, now that we found a spot that has a lot of sand, we're going to start going through and breaking it until our shovel breaks. And we're going to see how much money we can get from this. Alright, so our shovel did break already, but I wanted to get to a full stack before I brought you guys back. I guess there's some more right here too that we're going to go ahead and pick up. But we're going to go through and look on the auction house really quick. I want to see how much it will sell. So if we go to auction house, search up sand, and we want to see for the lowest price, a stack of sand is going for 15k. So just for the ease of the video, we're going to keep continuing to sell this on the orders, even though it is going to be a little bit less. It'll be a little bit faster because we don't have to wait on time, because it can take a while to sell. So there we go. That's going to give us a little bit more money, and then we're going to try and aim to get a diamond pickaxe or a diamond shovel very soon, just so we can go through and mine a lot more for a lot longer. All right, that just gave us 15,000. So now we're up to 29,000. So if we do auction and search up shovel, I want to see how much it is for a cheap one. We're looking for an efficiency 3. Here's an efficiency 4 on breaking 3 for 40k. So for the time being, we're just gonna buy this diamond one right here, and then we're gonna work on getting up to 40k with this. I believe we do have enough sand now. If we go into orders and search up sand again, I'm pretty sure we have enough money now to be able to buy that good shovel. So that'll bring us up right up around 50k, I believe, 49.98. Yep. So if we go back and look up shovel again, we want to see if that one is still up and available. It was for 40k. I don't know if it will be, but if it is, that'll be great. I don't see it. I think it already sold. So we're gonna try and get some more money. I see some more up here for a little bit more, but still not like too expensive, so like 60k. So we're gonna keep working on getting that. And in the meantime, we have the sand smelting into glass. It's gonna take a little bit because it is just one furnace, but eventually it will get a lot faster. Now that our inventory is full, we're going to come over here and fill every single one of the furnaces with the sand, and then we're going to put blaze rods inside of them. We're going to get the blaze rods off of the shop. But we're gonna take the lilac and we're just gonna need one of those, and then we're gonna need one piece of dirt. We can get the dirt from over here, but I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna keep our bone meal or our flour supply. Kind of spoiled it right there. All right, so we have one piece of dirt. We're gonna place this flour and order some bones and just buy or bone meal the flour, and it'll give us another flour with the bone meal. So AH, we want to look for stained. So white stained glass is going for 50k, and the first stack of magenta stained glass is going for 80k. So we're gonna list ours for 70k and see if it'll sell. And this is what we're gonna keep doing for all the stained glass over here. As you can see, all of it is smelting. We're gonna keep collecting glass and then keep letting that smelt. And hopefully once all this is done, we can go through and eventually make a base. and start putting everything on order. I would rather do orders than just doing this all the time because it will be more beneficial for us and speed up the challenge. Right there, someone just bought the magenta stained glass for 70k. So we're gonna keep doing this. I'm collecting more sand right now because I can go through and still sell this while that is smelting. Now that we have everything crafted, we're going to start listing everything on the auction house. Just for safekeepings, I don't want to lose that shovel because it is going to be the one shovel that we use. So we're going to start listing everything on the auction house for 70k now that everything's listed. And we've already sold one stack, so that's awesome that we're selling it already. We're going to pick this up and then we're going to set our home here just because we will still need this sand. But we want to go somewhere else so we can go ahead and start building this little like factory that we're going to be making. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're almost at $1 million. But what I'm going to do, let's see if we can hit a mill in this clip. But we're going to go ahead and start building the base. So we're going to build it a little bit more that way. And I just want to, or before we forget, we're going to set home to, because now we have a home 1 and a home 2. So we have a home at the sand and now we have a home here at our base, just so we don't forget to do that because it would suck if we were to do that. But we're going to go ahead and start building an area so we can set up a auto smelter system. So we're ordering almost 4,000 sand right there. So it'll go in here, it'll fill up all the hoppers, go into the furnaces, and then we're gonna buy some blaze rods. We don't have enough money anymore. So hopefully that's enough blaze rods to get all the way down here to the end. So as you guys can see right now, we have blaze rods going all the way through. It's hard to see because I didn't have enough money to like completely fill the system. But I have gone through and filled up what I can with the money that I did have. We're gonna place the ender chest again so I can get rid of my pickaxe. I did make this pickaxe, by the way. I got it with the money that I had earlier. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the money from these, or not the money. We placed an order for sand. It has completely filled up. Go in here, search, or not search. Go in here, sand, collect, fill up our inventory like so, and just start throwing it in. And we're gonna completely try, or we're not gonna fill up the chest with this one, but we're gonna keep working on it, keep smelting. But all of the furnaces should be going here soon. Maybe not. Maybe the hoppers are too fast on here and it's just gonna go to the first two. It is. But eventually the plan is to get it so it goes all the way down to the end. We'll get more money from this and craft more and more of the sand. But I'm gonna AFK this for a little bit just so it can smelt everything, and then we'll go through and craft all of the glass into stained glass and sell it. And with that money we're gonna buy more sand. And I'll probably start working over here on a better design for this. We're gonna craft some more dye and just do what we can with the white dye. We got 2 stacks of the white. So we're gonna throw this back in our ender chest because I don't want to lose it right now. Throw this back over here in the chest, and we're gonna sell these for 70k again. What we're gonna work on right now, after I list all these, is we're gonna set up a like water flow systems. So I'll put a block like right over here by this chest. So as you guys can see, I'm down to 300k. I did sell some more of the glass. It has been selling a little bit, but not like too much. Oh, I guess all of it has sold. So I did buy the wrong thing. I was trying to buy the blue vein or blue thing, but we're just gonna go with this system for now. It'll just allow it to line up properly and allow us to do orders in like bulk from the sand. But we do have a lot of glass, so we're going to collect all of it and then craft it into stained glass. We're going to go ahead and start doing like different colors. We're going to do white right now just because it does suffer less, but it does suffer faster, allowing us to get up to the 25 mil mark, which that's the goal for today's video. I was selling it for 50k earlier, which I don't know if that's a good deal, bad deal, but it's what we're gonna do. I couldn't figure out the hopper system without losing like too much of it, so I'm just gonna manually pick it up. But it is just an auto like thing for the flowers. Bring it over here and then throw it in there. I guess now that I took away all the glass, it's not like too bad, but it's still not like great. But we have gotten a lot more of the lilacs. It's gonna go for a while because I did fill up all of the hoppers, or dispensers, not hoppers. So we should get a full double chest, if not more from that. Alright, we can go a little over 6,000. So we'll put it up for 6,500. We'll do that one, that amount. So it'll bring us to 700, or it'll be 750k in sand. I cannot talk today, and I am going to apologize for that. But as you can see, we have a lot of lilacs right here. We're gonna wait till this is full, then we're gonna drop it in, and we're just gonna keep repeating this process until we have more money and all of that. But this is still going. The white glass is selling pretty quickly, so we might have to go with white for a little bit. Damn, that is selling really quick, all of it. But the thing that's slowing us down right now is the like smelting of it. So we'll probably build this, but on a lot bigger scale. So what I currently did is we're up to 700k now, but I did forget that we do have the shoulder in here, so we're gonna go ahead and place this up here and just drop all the items. But I also did this, so now it'll go that way at first, and then it'll just completely go through in a cycle. We're gonna hopefully overload the system soon to see if it works. I need depth starter boots bad. but it'll just completely go in a circle until they do go inside of the hoppers. But I just wanted to throw the sand in here just so we have more sand cooking. Blocks will go in right here, go all the way through the hoppers. If it doesn't get picked up in the first pass, it'll go back all the way through this tube and back into the chest over there, hit it, and then go back down the hopper system. We do have all the bone meal right here and a bunch of flowers right here, so we're going to be mostly selling the magenta dye because we have a lot of that dye, or the magenta stained glass, because that's what we have a lot of. I don't want to focus on the white dye as it would be spending money to make money when we can just use the bone meal to get 2 magenta dye and it will sell for even more. So let's come over here, grab 2. I just need 1 stack, I guess. I will grab 2. I'll probably go through and create all of that into dye as well, but we'll create all of this, and damn, we're 1 glass short. Good thing we have more over here already. But we'll come back over here, do that. So now we have enough for this. Come back over here, drop off the glass. Probably gonna AFK this for a little while just because there's a lot that needs to be done, or like smelted. So it's gonna take quite a bit to smelt, and I don't want to just sit here selling a small amount at a time when we can do big bunches. We now have 1.4 mil, so what we're going to do, oh, I also extended this a little bit just so I can AFK it for a little bit longer, but I didn't really AFK it too long, so we're going to go ahead and collect all this and craft it all into stained glass and work on selling it on the auction house. We look on orders and search up glass. It's in fine, like right now the cheap or the most expensive like normal glass order is $150, and that was put in 10 minutes ago. So what I want to try and do is put in a glass order for a little bit more than theirs, right? So I'm gonna do 151 and put all of my money into glass and just see how much we can get, because then we can craft it faster. So a little progress update for you. I forgot to mute.
I hear you, Nano.
So a little progress update for everything that we've done. I currently have 1.3 mil. The stained glass is still selling, but the problem is I'm running out. So what I have done is I've already created a order. Hold on, let me get this back up before we keep going. But what I will show you guys is orders. If I go over here, I did order a rose bush, which we did get 1, so we can now spawn infinite of those, and we did do a sunflower. So now with both of these we can create yellow dye, red dye, and orange dye, which that'll help us to be able to sell more, because orange is actually selling for more than magenta, which I'll probably sell it for around the same price because it's the same amount of effort for me. But if I go into my shoulder right here, or my ender chest, not my shoulder, we have all of these. I'm placing these all sorts of wrong, but it's okay. We're going to start with this one and take out like that much for right now, so we can get a couple stacks of this in here, and we're just going to go through and craft as much as we can. We now have all of the items listed on the auction house, so we're going to go through and just put everything back in the shelters so we can store it in our ender chest in case we do get raided or anything overnight. That's a lot of like money, it's a lot of profit. It's over 3 mil in just stained glass. We'll leave these ones out because yeah, it does have some stuff, but it's not like that rich. We're going to work on these ones now, and in the meantime I'm also going to order some bone blocks. I still do have this glass order up, but someone else keeps ordering the glass above me. Bone block. So I mean, it's kind of annoying, but I can't like expect anything else. We're gonna put it at 455 like we did earlier. I think that'll do. Yeah. And that'll give us enough of these flowers so we won't have to worry about it for a while, or it's already filled. So we're gonna go ahead and put one here and one here. And just go into orders, select all of these bone blocks, like so. And for now I just need 2 of them, 2 stacks, just to fill up both of these dispensers, and then we're gonna turn on the system and let it run all the way through. Just like that. Alright, so I've crafted all the yellow dye, or the sunflowers that I had, besides the ones over there, into dye. So if I look in here, I also made a bunch of orange dye. We have some red flowers for red dye as well. We still have a bunch of magenta dye. But if I go to orders and look at my orders, we have 8.5k glass right here. I paid 1.7 mil for it. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop all of this so I can go ahead and craft it. So yellow stained. I did not think about this. We have this entire shulker full. This entire shulker, this one, and this one is about half. I think that was all of the glass. Yeah, it was. So what we're gonna do now is just start listing the orange and the yellow. I'm gonna start with the yellow because if I do slash auction and look up stained glass, right now the cheapest orange is going for 110, 111, and the cheapest yellow, that's lime, the cheapest yellow is at 150k. So I'm gonna list a bunch of this yellow at like 125 and see if it'll sell. But I'm gonna keep listing the magenta, and I'm gonna try the orange as well because it is selling. It's not selling like super fast, but it is selling. So we're gonna list this for 125k and see if it'll sell or not. I did some exploring on the auction house. So if we go to auction house, search up stained glass. I do have a lot still up, as you can, well, yeah, mine are right here and up here. But if you go and like go through all the pages, you have light blue right here. But the one you don't see until like very late on in this is like right here for 350k for blue stained glass. So what I did is I put up an order for lapis lazuli blocks. We have 143 right now, so we're gonna go ahead and collect all of these. And what you do with these is the lapis actually turns into blue dye. So we're gonna keep a stack of this in here. Well, I'll keep 2 stacks in there. I bought a lot just because I'm gonna go through a lot. I'm actually gonna take another stack and turn all this into dye. So what we're gonna do is turn all this into stained glass and list it up for 250k and see if it'll sell. Since it's gonna be the cheapest on the market, I think it will. But we're gonna see how well it does. We have a bunch of glass in here already, so that's a good thing. I need to make a chest over there. We're just gonna make as much as we can of it, throw it into a shulker, and then continue doing this until we're out of glass. Just from the stuff that we did do and from the order that we have 1 shulker almost completely full, and then we have 5 that are completely full. So again, we're gonna throw these in here. I wish I would have kept that separate a little bit, but I've already went through all the lapis blocks that I had. Or not separate, but kept some dye, because then I can start dyeing like the shoulders. But we're gonna go ahead and see if any of these do sell. I think I have a couple slots. Well, it looks like I have quite a few slots on the auction house right now. Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and list all of these. I want to verify the price again, just because it can change at any moment, as any market can, because it's not hard to craft. So that's stained glass. Yep. So at 350k, so we're gonna list all of these at 300k and just see if it sells. And it is already selling. We've already sold 1 stack at 300k. So we're gonna go ahead and put all of these up on the auction house There goes another stack at 300k. So this is probably going to be the method that we're going to do. So I have another big, like really big update. I just went through and I built this, but I wanted to show you guys this. So I just put 55,000 glass on order. I've been selling the blue stained glass for anywhere from 200 to 350k per stack. It is used in the idea farm. The way they did the blue dye is from the lapis. So I was just going through and like using the lapis to make the blue dye and crafting the blue stained glass. And now I'm smelting green dye to start crafting lime glass as well. It sells for about 150k per stack, so it's still good, but it's not as good as the blue, but we're gonna see how well it does. But as you can see in chat, it's still going off decently. Like, it's not super fast. I still have 3 shoulders left of it. So if we do the math on that really quick, times by 27 per shoulder, I'm getting 5.6 mil right now. And with me having 3, it'll be about 15 mil once I sell all of them. But you also have to think I have this as well. So by the time I sell all of it, I'm gonna have about 19 to 20-ish mil. And we have 12 mil in order for glass right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this going because it's still useful. It still is creating a lot of glass. It's pretty full on sand. This is full of cactus right now to get the dye. If I look in orders, I ordered more bones. I've ordered the lapis blocks, as you can see here. We'll go ahead and collect all of these now and just put them in a shoulder box. I'm gonna keep one of these because I want some blue dye to label all of the, like, I want to color code them. I have so much dye, I might as well start color coding. So like, that'll be, the blue will be for the blue dye, and then all these will be the blue shoulders. But you can see how fast that blue stained glass is selling, even at 210k per stack. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm currently at 23.7 mil, right over here. So I'm gonna show you guys my auction house transactions, just so you guys can see what I've been doing. There's a lot of glass, and I mean a lot. All the other items like this is I bought, and I bought all these other items. The only thing that I have sold so far has been glass, and I sold the sand on the orders earlier. So I've been going through and doing orders, buying glass. As you can see right here, I have 10,000 glass ready to collect. I'm actually about to collect that so I can put a bunch of shoulders on the auction house overnight. But other than that, it's just me going through, getting a stack of something. So like right now I'm doing blue stained glass. It sells for the most right now, or one of the most. So I already have 4 shoulders right here. I've been doing magenta as well. It sells pretty quickly. So I'll just go like this, sell 65k is what I've been selling this for, because people keep undercutting me. And that's why I'm moving the blue stained glass into shoulders, is the price has gone down a lot. I mean, it's still worth a lot more if I sell it in a stack than it would be a shoulder, but I will make a lot more if the shoulders sell overnight, like a full thing, versus a full inventory of shoulders versus a full inventory of stained glass. I don't know why I tried to sell my steak. I meant to try and sell this stack. So what I'm gonna do now is just start collecting all the glass that I have. I'm probably gonna adjust the order that I have and start crafting all these into the blue stained glass. I want to fill the entire order slot full of them, just so I have the most amount up that I can, and just hoping that it all sells. So as you guys can see right now, we're at 24.8 mil. What I've been doing is still selling the same glass. We'll go look over here at transactions. It's been a lot of magenta and a lot of blue. So what I'm gonna do is, if I look on auction house and I search up blue stained glass, you can see it's going for around 100k a stack right now. But if I come over to the next tab, right here is like the cheapest full thing. The full shoulder of glass is 2 mil. Those are all 2 mil as well. And then the next, there is no other ones that are full of glass. So I'm gonna undercut the market just a little bit, but I am gonna hit 25 mil right now. We're gonna sell some of this yellow for 50k a stack while I list all the blue shoulders. And I'll show you guys what I have in my orders as well, because I've been ordering some things. But let me get rid of it, or I don't want to get rid of it, I want to put it in there. I'm gonna log out with it in my inventory. But if we go right here, I have all of this, that's all blue stained glass. Let me do that really quick, just so I don't accidentally put the wrong ones on. But if I do this sell, and since I'm going to be going to bed, I'm going to put it all up for 1.9 mils. So sell 1500123, that's 1.5 mil. Verify, yep, right there. So 1.5 mil for that full shoulder. I don't think I have any more full shoulders of like dyed stuff already. I do not. So this has still been running. It's completely full up top. I've been throwing sand into it. I haven't done any more flowers recently, but we are at 22 mil. So whenever we come back on in the morning, I should be over the 25 mil mark, which I know we technically already were, but for the video purpose, we'll do 75k per, or no, they were selling for 100k. So we'll list these up for 100k again before I get off, just so we can try and maximize how much we have listed, because that's going to help us benefit or like boost us the most. I'm just trying to get everything that I can listed before I get off for the night, just because that's going to benefit my time better. I think I did 75k. Hold on. No, I did 100k. Yep, so we'll list these. It's selling pretty fast at 50k, but I mean, if we can make 100k overnight, we're gonna go for it. Alright, I'm already out of those. So I'm just gonna work on trying to make some more glass. Not glass, but like dyed stuff. I also want to try out like selling lime stuff in a little bit, because I have everything to make lime glass. It was going for quite a bit on the auction house earlier, but right now it's not really, or I wanted to do that in the second video with you guys. 75k. Oh, I have too many already listed. Perfect. Alright, so at this point I'm gonna log off. I'm just gonna grab all my shulkers so it's not showing that there's a shulker active in here. The main reason I'm concerned is earlier there was a death message. Scared the hell out of me. As you guys can see, I've made 18.2 million while I was AFK. I believe a lot of our things have sold. Not all of them, but some did. I want to see which ones did sell. It was mostly the blue. It's still been selling, but some of the magenta sold, but the yellow didn't. So we're going to lower the price on all of this, just so we can try and sell it, but we're also going to go AFK again. I look on orders right now. My sand is completely full. The shulker shells are full, chest is full. Every single one of the orders that I have up right now is full. So that's going to help us with the progress right now. And surprisingly, the base did not get raided. And we have gone through and smelted quite a bit of glass, but there's still a lot more to smelt. We now have everything listed, so we're gonna go ahead and put this back into our ender chest, and I'm gonna log back out for a little bit longer just for all this to sell, because if it does sell, that'll put us up quite a bit. We are up to 29.7 mil. That means we did sell a couple of these shulkers, and we did sell all of the other glass as well. Right now magenta has been selling decently well for 1.2 mil, and the blue's been selling decently well as well for the 1.5. So we're going to keep making more of the blue, selling it as shoulders, and keep working on keep getting our money up. But that's going to be the end of this first video. I did fix some of the settings that I had on the video, so if you guys want to check out video 2, it'll be going from the 29 mil that we're at to hopefully an Elytra. We're gonna see how long it takes. So far we're at 10 hours of playtime, which, I mean, we're over 40 mil right now, so starting from nothing to over 40 mil in total isn't bad. I think we're doing all right. It's not the fastest, but I don't think it's gonna take us too long. It's just gonna be the process of selling all of the glass that's gonna take the longest. That's why I've started selling in full shoulders, just to speed up the process. But if you guys can like and subscribe and come back to the next video, here we go. We just had another one sell for 1.5 mil, so the blue is selling decently fast. So we do have some more of that right here as well that I'm gonna list on the auction house for 1.5 mil, just to keep trying to get our money up. But I'm gonna start working on the next video for this, and hopefully we can get up to the price of an Elytra pretty quick.